Hello knife fans, this is Jason with Chef Knives To Go. I'm coming with you with a review about my new knife bag. I've actually been working with this knife bag for a couple months now, and I've been in the market for some time, searching the internet, looking at retailers and seeing, what can I have out there. I like to bring my knives home. I also attend culinary school to sharpen my skills as well, and so I'm pretty mobile. And when I think of the tools that I use on a daily basis and are the most important to me, a good knife bag is up there with ranks with the chef knife. So my first bag was the Messermeister, just your traditional roll, and it did okay. The problems that I had was that as you fill it with more knives and then you acquire more tools and things that you use as you begin new projects and new stations and things of that nature, was that it was getting harder and harder to close the more and more stuff I'd put in, and eventually at one point I could only close it. Instead of using the Velcro straps, I had to use a carabiner, a big giant metal carabiner that I bought at the local hardware store to keep it closed. It was starting to get frilled by the edges. It was just looking like just a hot mess. And so I looked on Chef Knives To Go, and I was quite interested in the bag that you see here, the Ultimate Edge bag. And this bag, when I first got it, I was like, you know what? I don't know if this is going to work. It doesn't seem like it's going to hold a lot of knives and a lot of the tools that I like to use on a daily basis. Because let me step back for a second. What I would use is, I'm the kind of guy who doesn't necessarily need the kitchen. I don't trust the kitchen to have to provide me everything that I need to do my job. And what I mean by that is the kitchen doesn't have to have the best manual. That manual is going to be used every day, 24/7. Well, I mean 24/7, but definitely 340 plus, 350 plus days a year by different people who use it at different varying degrees, and also who take care of it differently. And so it's going to be, it's going to wear down. And so when it comes to the need for a mandolin, I want to bring my own, because when I do my work, I want quality. I want to make sure that I'm happy with the work that I do. And so I'm not going to leave that up to the kitchen and blame the kitchen when my product doesn't look up to par. And so what I would do is have that Messermeister bag that barely closed, and then I'd also have a gym bag, a big duffel bag. And I would put the knife roll in the bag, and then I'd also put all my other stuff, whether it be stones and whisks and all kinds of other fun tools, bench scrapers, etc., etc. So when looking to try and find a one size fits most, this bag was recommended to me by Mark Richmond. So I gave it a shot, and at first I was a little hesitant when opening it up and looking at it. I was like, I don't know how this is going to fit, the knives that I want to fit and also the tools I want to fit, and it doesn't look like it's going to hold that much. But I have to tell you, I am extremely pleased with this bag. This bag is it's a lifesaver. It takes a beating in the kitchen. I put it on speed racks right next to my station, and some people need to use the speed rack at the same time, so I have to take it off and leave it and put it all kinds of other places. Put it in my locker when I don't need something right away. Put it in the car. I mean, it goes with me everywhere I go. I'm in the kitchen 6 days a week, so let's take a look at the bag. At the innards. I haven't actually done anything to the bag. I hope there's nothing that's going to get me in any trouble. This is just what I normally would do. What I would have in it for work. I actually start work for the week today, and so let's just see what we got. Generally don't use this pocket a lot. Actually, I don't think I ever use it, but there's a pocket right here. Use this pocket quite often. It's got calculator. It's got my Sharpies, my pins, things like that. Sometimes I'll put my keys if my chef pants don't have a pocket. We have this bag, this cup right here, or this where you can put your cell phone or anything else like that. I generally put my cell phone in there if my chef pants don't have a bag. This is the I use this one the most because for the station that I work, I need the temperature. So I need my thermometer the most, and so this is readily accessible. And then what else do I need? And then a pair of kitchen shears, which I haven't switched out my old shears. Those are the two things as far as for a pocket that I use the most. Then we go to the blades. We'll open this puppy up. We'll go through the first round, and this will hold, looks like, up to 8 blades. You know, in here, show you, you know, we have our microplane. I have, this is my, I showed you a video with an Akiri with the Chef Knives to Go sheath. This is when I want to do jobs that just is, you know, I want a knife that I don't really care about. This is an old Messermeister that was my first chef knife for culinary school, and so I'll have that in here. Paring knife, a little carving knife. Looks like this is a bread knife. This is my Mighty Mac. I think it's you know, 9-10 inches. So I mean, we've got, you know, 8 different knives here, and I think my old bag held maybe 12, but I'm not exactly certain. We'll go to the second compartment. There's 3 large zippers here, and you know, we're getting to my more fun stuff. Just to give you an idea of, you know, this will, it's got a Deba here, so I mean, nice, you know, one thing that I will point out that I was a little hesitant on at first, but then you just have to work with it. They're brand new, and you have to think, what is most important, snugness or fitness, or both? And I would have to say the answer is both. I was a little worried that some of my handles would not fit. I mean, this Deba's got a fairly wide handle because it means a big heavy knife, and so when you first get this bag, you know, it takes a little bit of time to get this puppy to sneak in there. You're like, man, this is gonna be tough to pull in and pull out. But I'd say within about a week or so, it gets easy, and it stays snug, and at the same time of being snug, it fits in there because you don't want your knives just banging around on each other. So, you know, here we have little Honosuke. This is the Richmond Artifacts Tsuji Hiki. Then here we have, you know, just some general tools I use a lot with our non-stick pans. So I have some wooden utensils, got my fish spat. We use some cheeses that, this is a, you know, just a plastic cheese knife. We use a lot of brie and things of that nature that, you know, supposedly these things are, work out well. I think it could be argued that it doesn't do any different than your traditional metal, but that's another video. And then let's go on to the next section. You can see just the amount of space and stuff that this thing offers. I mean, just to give you an idea, I mean, this is my creme de la creme, my baby. When I have a lot of prep work and I want to just sit back and enjoy, I mean, you can see the amount of space. I mean, I have to get a custom-made saya for this puppy. The height of the blade is too thick for your universal saya, but you know, I'm able to keep this in this bag and keep it snug. I mean, the box, no scratches, not being indented in. I mean, looks, you know, perfect, but it will fit. So that's a 270 millimeter Wa Gyoto, and it fits snugly. In there we have 2 zippers here. You know, I put in I got a peeler here, I got a pastry brush here. In here you can fit, in here you can fit a lot more than what I have in here. We do oysters, so I have the Mother Shucker knife. I think I bought that just for the name. And then, you know, in here I have, you know, bench scrapers, measuring spoons. I have actually a pizza roll knife in here. I've got, generally I have a little small manual I keep in here. I think I left it at in my locker at work, but these are the attachments. So if I want to do my different, julienne cuts and things like that nature. And then I have some just some tools. This is the eraser, the magic eraser you can get for your porcelain or your ceramic steel off of Chef Knives To Go. When I'm, let's see what else I got in here. Oh, my illuminated magnifier. So when I'm doing my knife sharpening, I even have some corks in here. So when I'm doing my knife sharpening, when I want to take those burrs off. So everything fits in here snug. It's not, as big as a big duffel bag, but it carries just about as much stuff as I had before. I couldn't be more pleased. It fits nice and tug. You can see, you can have a place to put your name in here if you want. This is all around nice, sturdy bag, and I couldn't recommend it more. I'm not exactly sure the price. I think it's less than $100 on chefknivesToGo.com, but I couldn't recommend it more. This has been a lifesaver for me. Thank you, Mark, for recommending it. It's made my life and cooking experiences a lot easier. So check this bag out. Check out the new products on Chef Knives To Go, and stay sharp.